Madam President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, Rwanda welcomes this meeting and thanks you for placing the prevention of genocide where it belongs, at the moral core of the United Nations. Each year, this assembly pauses to remember tragedies that reveal humanity's greatest failures. These moments of remembrance are not mere ceremonies. They are warnings, reminders that genocide respects no borders, and that its lessons belong to all nations, not only those that endured it. For this reason, Rwanda believes that these days of remembrance must resonate beyond the halls of the United Nations. They should be observed in every parliament and across every country, if never again is to carry genuine meaning. We commend the Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide for his commitment to closing the gap between early warning and early action. Rwanda strongly supports the essential work of his office. Madam President, this 10th anniversary compels us to confront an uncomfortable truth. The world rarely fails because it lacks understanding of the risks. It fails because it chooses not to act. The Genocide Convention is unequivocal. Its obligations are clear. What remains unclear far too often is the political will to uphold them. For Rwanda, this discussion is never theoretical. 31 years ago, during the genocide against the Tutsi, the world's silence was not the result of insufficient information, but of insufficient courage. That silence continues to shape Rwanda's conviction that remembrance without responsibility is hollow, and that commemoration without prevention is a contradiction. Rwanda rebuilt, not because the world intervened, but because our people refused to be defined by the hatred that nearly destroyed us. Through truth, justice, unity, and homegrown initiatives like Ndu Munyarwanda, which means I am Rwandan, we reclaimed our humanity by rejecting the ideology that sought to erase it. Madam President, today we observe with deep concern the re-emergence of familiar patterns, the dehumanization of communities, the manipulation of identity, and the normalization of hate speech, now amplified at a speed unimaginable in 1994. These are not distant shadows. They are urgent signals. To ignore them is indefensible, not morally, not legally, and certainly not if this institution is serious about prevention. We also witness a growing tide of genocide denial. Let us be clear. Denial is not disagreement. It is a form of violence. It emboldens perpetrators, destabilizes societies, and lays the groundwork for repetition. Addressing it requires clarity, not hesitation, consistency, not selectivity. What the world lacks is not evidence, but courage. The courage to speak when silence is politically convenient, the courage to act when action entails cost, the courage to name genocide before it becomes a matter for history books. Madam President, we must confront the drivers of atrocious crimes, hate speech, exclusion, identity-based manipulation, and the weaponization of new technologies. Early warning without action is performance. Prevention without courage is an illusion. As we mark this 10th anniversary, Rwanda urges member states to transform never again from a slogan of regret into a principle of governance. Genocide is preventable. Failure to prevent is a choice, not an inevitability. Rwanda stands ready to work with all partners who share one simple and uncompromising truth. The dignity of victims is honored not by the words spoken today, but by the decisions taken when the warning signs of tomorrow begin to appear. I thank you for your attention.